Hi there, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm going to share with you a dream that I had last night. In this dream, I found myself walking outside. And I remember I found myself walking past someone's house, but I didn't know whose house that was. Until I saw one of my childhood friends and whom I grew up with coming out of that house. And she came to greet me. And I remember in this dream, I asked, but I never got the answer. Were you expecting me? It seemed like she was. It seemed as if she was expecting me. Because as I was walking past the house, she came out of the house quickly, and I seen her. We rejoiced, and we embraced. And I remember hugging her for a long time. And what I realized in this dream is that she was pregnant. Not only was she pregnant, but her stomach was huge. So after embracing her, I followed her because it was somewhat like an invite, okay? So I followed her to her home. And then I remember when following her to her home, she turned around and I was looking at her belly. And I seen two separate images and I'm about to describe to you. The first image what I seen, because the thing is, in the beginning when I seen that she was pregnant, I thought she had one baby. But in this dream, I was allowed to see that it was not just one baby in there, two. The reason I was able to see that is it was as if these two babies that were in her stomach, when I looked at the belly, they pressed their faces against the mother's belly, making an impression, making an impression, so that I can see. It's not one, but it's two. One second, let me show you how it somewhat looked like in this dream. Just like that. But instead of one baby, it was one to the left and one to the right. And I was amazed at that and rejoiced. And then again, I seen, while looking at her belly, it was as if I could see through her belly slightly, to where I was able to physically see the faces of the children, as if I was holding them in my arms. And what I seen, the baby on the left had a birthmark on his forehead. One second. Like this baby here. And I don't know, for some odd reason, I started rejoicing. I don't know why. Like I say, for you who have interpretations of dreams, you will know what it means more than I do. Okay? And mind you, my childhood friend, she is named after her father. And her father's name is Emmanuel. Okay? But she is given the feminine name of Emmanuel. So like I said, I walked past the house. I didn't know who belonged to the house. And she came out. We greeted one another. And I embraced her, holding her for a while. And then she invited me to her house. And when she invited me to her house, I looked at her belly. I seen the impression of the babies, because I thought it was one baby. But then both children moved forward to press their faces against her belly to let me know it's two of us. And then I was able to see through her stomach to where I could physically see because I remember saying in this dream, I was saying to her, I said, "You're physically able to see these children. You don't need an ultrasound. You don't need anything. You know how your children look like." I remember saying this to her in the dream, but I mean, there was really no response. And then that's when I seen the birthmark on the forehead of the baby. The baby that was on the left. That's what I remember. And when I seen both these things, I remember rejoicing, I rejoiced and I rejoiced. And then I remember I found myself falling down on the ground and I began to worship. I don't know. I mean, I found myself on the ground, curled, worshiping. For them that have understanding, you may understand it, but I don't. I will continue to pray to see what it means. I know it's a spiritual meaning, but I don't know the exact. The only thing that I was brought back to was Rebecca's twins, Esau and Jacob. But I don't want to put that in there to interpret something that I have no understanding to, because it can definitely mean something else. Y'all take care.